Alright, you guys are probably so sick and tired of hearing about this damn air plenum box. Anyway, we're going to talk about painting and paint and prep. Okay, so this air box came polished. Actually, the first one I had was plastic. What a joke. A couple of pounds of boost. The thing was expanding just like a balloon, no joke. So I ordered this guy. Like I said in my previous videos, we reinforced it with gussets and some 3/8 rod that goes through from the top to the bottom to prevent flexing and expansion and it bursting, because they're known to burst and blow the hood, ruin your hood on the car, no joke. Alright, so anyway, this came polished. It was a polished aluminum. The radiator support part, this is part of ProCharger too. This comes in all the kits. This came powder coated black, but as you can see, I had to move it around. You know, these are the old holes. Actually, no, these holes were there. These holes were there. So there is a couple of holes here. And if you look at the bottom, I didn't paint the bottom, but if you look at the bottom, you'll see what I'm talking about, how I had to, you know, make the holes bigger. You see how this has been slotted. And it's because of, well, basically it's because I actually had to open these holes up too in the box itself. I had to open all those holes up. It's because with the gussets welded, it makes it a little thicker and stuff, and I shimmed these up. As you can see, I shimmed it with a couple of 1/4-inch nuts and washers. So we shimmed it up to get it up a little bit so that the reinforcement doesn't hit the ledge here. But anyway, it works. And all these holes are hidden anyway. The box sits on top, so you don't see any of this. Okay, so what I did was, when I painted this guy, I could have left it polished, but I wanted it, I don't know, I just like that stealth look under the hood. And I just went with the Holly powder-coated valve covers that look pretty good. So what I did was, this, I sanded down. I prepped it, I scratched it up with, I don't know if I just used bright pads, green Scotch-Brites, or if I actually used the sandpaper. That I don't remember. But I just scuffed it a little bit. Then I hit it with some self-etching primer. This is not automobile primer, but it's Rust-Oleum's general purpose primer. It works pretty good. At least I think that's what I used. This is what was in the garage, because this has a gray cap. I think this was white. It was a white primer. Maybe it was an automobile primer, or, no, I'm sorry, it was a aluminum primer by Rust-Oleum, I think. So I guess it sticks better to that, to aluminum. And then I used the SEM trim black. Now they have a couple of different ones. They have an ultra satin, and when I ordered that, they sent me the wrong product. They didn't send me it. They sent me some polish. So I was stuck using this. I bought a 2-pack of this. It's about $30 for 2 cans. Otherwise they're $20-something a can. It seems to work good. I know it's a trim black, and it's for trim around, you know, the metal trim around the windows and stuff like that of the cars. But it's got a nice black to it. It's got a nice color. So this one I hit with that a bunch of coats, and I don't know if it was having an actual reaction to the primer or not, but it was bubbling a little bit in certain spots, and I kept sanding it and hitting it and sanding it and hitting it until I got it good. Now after that, this thing probably has like 6 coats on it. After that, I hit it with some of this satin clear. There's different types of finishes on the clear coating. There's a satin, there might be a gloss, and there might be one that just says clear. So I got the satin, because this is satin black. So I like it. It looks pretty good. Came out all right. How it's gonna last and stuff, I don't know. I heard people that clear coat wheels and stuff, they get yellowish, they start to crack. I don't know. And is it gonna be heat on this, and there's gonna be some expansion, so I don't know. But this part doesn't move at all. You know, this has air going through it, so it's going to expand, move, and stuff. This doesn't have anything, but I didn't prime this. All I did was scuff it because it was already powder coated black. I just scuffed it with like some 150 and 220 grit, something like that, or 180 grit, and I roughed it up a little bit, and then I just hit it with that, because if it's already powder coated, you don't need to prime it, not in my opinion. But you got to prep it well. You do have to sand it well, clean it well. I blast it with the air gun, and then I alcohol swab it on a rag and get all it off. But anyway, I kind of like the way this looks. It looks more natural without the clear coat on it than this. This looks a little, it's hard to see, but it has a shine to it, and this doesn't have as much. So I'm not gonna use a clear coat on. I'm gonna leave it alone and see how it holds, because who knows, maybe down the road I'm gonna have to scuff this again and get rid of that clear coat if it starts to crack and stuff. Because when you open the hood, this is the centerpiece of the whole ProCharger, dual intercooler setup. And if it looks like crap, just that box looks like crap, it's gonna look like crap. And then and the reason why I painted this is because it was scuffed, and where it was where I modified it and stuff, and it was looking like hell a little bit. Not too bad. But when you put the new piece, all nicely done like this, on that, then it looked like crap. And now I know what's going to happen when I put this in the car. My car itself, the whatever that would be, the bumper support, the trim pieces under the car's 20 years old. Now that's going to look a little rough, but I can't go any further really than that. I would have to tape up the whole car and the motor and everything and start spraying. I mean, that would have to be when the motor's out, if the motor ever had to come out one day. But at least this part will look good, and we're going to try to get some tweak and tune emblems on here, and a tweak and tune emblem would be cool. If anybody knows somebody that knows how to make good emblems, I got a t-shirt guy. He never got back to me about emblems and stickers. I'd like to, if anybody knows or something like that, or if they want to work out something like sponsoring, I'll sponsor him, he can sponsor me. That'd be great. Anyway, guys, that's what I use. SEM trim black, the Rust-Oleum satin, and don't quote me on this because I don't think I used this primer. This got a gray cap. I think it was a white cap, and I think I might have finished the can. Anyway, guys, bang out of here.